to NoIdeaPodcast.
Yeah, well, this is obviously a podcast, so you don't need to stick around watching the video. You can actually just go somewhere else. You can go on Twitter or Tumblr.
Or Facebook or wherever you want to go, because this is, background stuff, as you guys know. People who are...
But it's interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But, and I, for one, can't wait for what lies ahead. This beautiful thing we call a podcast.
Anyway.
What everyone else calls a podcast.
Today I'm feeling quite good.
I'm hyped. No, I'm not.
I'm so hyped for this podcast.
No. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm depressed, but I'm just... I'm just fine.
Yeah, so, without further ado...
Yeah.
Shall we,
Well, this pretty much, obviously the Avengers is what the podcast is about, and you probably noticed about the title. It came out very recently. I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not sure when did it get pre-ordered? I haven't pre-ordered, no, but when did it come out? I'm not too sure actually, but I've got it and I think I watched it with you actually like the day I got it, didn't I? So, and we went to see it twice in cinemas. That is like another thing that I think a lot of people did, and I think that's how it grossed so much money.
Oh yeah, because it exceeded 1 billion, didn't it?
Yeah, and over like everything like memorabilia, all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah,
yeah,
it was like mad.
And it's like obviously DC are trying to do a similar thing. We're gonna get more into depth about that later, but like with the Justice League, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I don't think it can physically happen.
I don't think it can get up to that kind of stature.
The only thing that I think there's like, we need to do that because it worked for Marvel. So I don't think that'll work.
But it also means bringing out a load of other films as well, like The Flash and stuff like that, because you can't really go straight into a Justice League.
And I think if you want to do it more of like an X-Men First Class type thing, where you just like pretty much start completely from scratch, then I'm not that bothered. But I just think with how good the Batman films were with Christopher Nolan, I don't think you can go into making this new Batman films in the Justice League. But moving back on to like DVD releases recently and the Avengers, I'm pretty sure what came out very recently also starred Chris Hemsworth, nice little tie in there.
Yeah.
Snow White and Huntsman.
Yeah, that came out on DVD. I saw that in cinemas, and I think we did a review, but we deleted it because it was like one of the worst things we've ever done.
Yeah, well, because I was sat behind the camera like just being a dick, so like I was just messing about. So like the whole video, it's just Luke pissing himself. So and it's about 3 seconds long as well. It's just like it was a shit fun.
Yeah, but it's not the.
Did you actually enjoy it? I can't even remember.
Well, I saw it with my grandma, and so like, I didn't think it was the worst film ever. Yeah, I thought it was.
I had some like Christian Stewart speech in it, just like.
Oh yeah, no, she was
like Braveheart.
Yeah, she was trying to motivate people. It's like, hey, dude, you're supposed to be a vampire in a different film, and you're not cool. No one likes you. Go slit your wrists.
Do you know I think will be funny? When Twilight goes like, when they go on the tours, like the premieres and that kind of thing. How awkward will it be with her and Robert Pattinson going around like, and then there's all the pictures, it's just so weird. Yeah. Have you seen the pictures of her like cheating?
Yeah, because
it's like bent over railings.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh my god, Jesus Christ.
And then you see pictures of like the Twilight ones of just like them like kissing on the front cover. It's just like, it just doesn't look right anymore.
No, it was quite funny when you found out, like, the first part of the Breaking Dawn when he, like, destroys her on a bed and then breaks the bed. It's like, whoa, violent.
Obviously, I'm not a fan of Twilight, but I know the ones who are, like, the female population or whatever, they are going to be like, it's ruined Twilight, hasn't it? Because they were in love or whatever they were supposed to have been, like, in the flesh and on screen.
Yeah.
So, having that, it taints the Twilight like romantic side of it, because all this has come out and it's been ruined.
I think like the chemistry between both actors will be like proper awkward.
Yeah.
They'll be leaning in for a kiss and then you'll see them like, I don't want to do this. No.
Yeah. So I don't really know. Well, that's coming out pretty soon. I did a review of the trailer.
Yep.
To be honest, for Twilight, the trailer didn't look that bad, but I know it's going to be massively false advertised and just like, this is going to be an epic conclusion. It's
like with all films, they like advertise the best bits of the film and then like
it makes it look like it's some action-packed thriller, but actually it's not. It's just going to be some little cheap-ass gay romance thing with vampires. They don't even look like vampires, they just have some teeth in and their pupils like massively dilated and shit, so.
Anyway, I think with talking about Chris Hemsworth anyway, we have Thor 2, which
The
Dark World, which I'm not sure when is it 2013 when it's released.
No, it's 2014.
Is it 2014?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not even been made properly yet.
Yeah.
Because I think they just got the title from a comic book, so it's just like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
a bit like X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, because
that's the first class sequel.
Yeah, that's coming out in 2014. That's in pre-production at the moment, I think.
Yeah, and same with Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, but
I'm not really looking forward to that. I just think Captain America was good in the Avengers, but he became forgotten.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I offended you. I really didn't care for Captain America.
No.
I don't think it was the best film.
No, I think Captain America's like the biggest badass ever, and I like the comics quite a lot. Like just because I got a few of them like recently, didn't I?
Yeah.
But I don't, and I enjoy him as a comic book. But I think it's one of them things that it just doesn't quite work as a film. I mean, I enjoyed Captain America because it didn't feel like a comic book film. It felt more like how do you call it? Like a war film. So that's why I liked it a lot more because it was different.
It was mostly based. It wasn't mostly based on World War II, but everything like was set around that. So it was like the main structure was World War II, and then they kind of added. It was like a Marvel take on it.
But in the Avengers, there was like Captain America was just like it seemed like it was the odd one out because he's supposed to be the superhuman type thing.
Yeah.
But he can't fly. So Hulk's jumping around and stuff.
Yeah, and just
and then Iron Man's flying about, and Thor can fly using electricity or something.
Oh no, it's just because his hammer can like take him everywhere.
The hammer. You ought to love a hammer. Yeah.
But that's the only badass bit where Captain America shows like his true superhuman bit is where the policemen are like, "Who are you gonna tell me what to do? You're like a guy in spandex," and they just takes out like 7 aliens.
I'm not actually. I think Captain America is pretty awesome, but they don't need to make another film, definitely.
No,
because he was like, yeah, he was quite badass in the Avengers, but it was more there for like a they call him like capsicle and things like that. Just trying to take the piss out of the fact that he's been in ice the whole time.
Yeah, but that's one more thing. It's like they made the first one, which was set in like 1940.
Yeah.
But it's not a prequel. It was the first one. Then they made the Avengers when he's around and been woken up, and the Winter Soldier is that supposed to be set back in?
I have no idea.
Because that'd be like a normal film, then the next one, and then a prequel.
It's got to be a sequel. It can't be a prequel, can it?
Yeah, but it's like since they've already brought out the Avengers, it's
Did you not think that it could have been? What I think could have been better is if at the end of Captain America, instead of like crashing into the floor and then freezing, they shouldn't have done that. They should have just kept him in the World War kind of time.
Yeah.
And then in the Avengers he turns up and is like, wait, how the hell is he here?
Yeah.
And then the next Captain America film, that can be like the bit in between that.
What, when he crashes in?
Yeah, when he crashes in and then he's frozen and everything.
Because you would have thought the Winter Soldier had something to do with him going into the ice.
Yeah, and
because
that would have fitted a lot better, I think, as well.
Yeah, because he's already been frozen, so it's like kind of pointless. Anyway, what else?
But yeah, I definitely think that they could have changed them a bit, but I mean, everything that led up to the Avengers was like there was no bad films.
No.
Well, I mean, there are bad films. I mean, outside of Marvel, that aren't related to them. Apart from the whole thing with Incredible Hulk, where Mark Ruffalo recast Edward Norton. Yeah. I mean, I like Edward Norton, but he wasn't Bruce Banner.
I didn't think he was the greatest Bruce Banner because he was like.
I like the film though.
Yeah, I like the film. It's a pretty good film.
Yeah.
But he seems really awkward.
Yeah, like Mark Ruffalo. Well, actually, yeah, that's another thing. What I loved about Mark Ruffalo's character is it seemed him and Tony Stark kind of like bonded as soon as they met. And
yeah, straight away.
We know about this nerdy shit with like systems and all this kind of thing. So they like pretty much clicked. And if it was Edward Norton, I couldn't have seen it happen.
No, because like Iron Man, he just like rips into everyone and just gives them like nicknames and things like that.
Oh yeah, that was another thing actually. Iron Man was supposed to, you know, the James Bond thing where they have different male like leads for it. So they have like Sean Connery, and then they've got Roger Moore, and then they got like obviously people like Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, and then Daniel Craig.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Bane. But obviously they got that, and they always do that with Iron Man. They were thinking if we were gonna properly go forward with Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. is going to get too old, so we're going to do a James Bond thing.
Well, what's the point of that? Because if you
I
don't,
think it would ruin it because Tony Stark. No, Robert Downey Jr. now is Tony Stark.
Because you don't really need to go past a third film.
Yeah.
Because like, what's ruined like fourth franchise-wise?
Jaws.
Well, Jaws was killed by
Indiana
the second
Jones.
one. Indiana Jones.
Star Wars.
What with the prequels? Or
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
What else would you say there is? There is Superman.
Yep.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Yes, there's quite a lot, really.
Yeah, so the fourth installments never usually work. Or aren't really as successful.
And then there's X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I wasn't a fan of at all.
No, it wasn't.
But then
amazing.
they kind of do revive the franchise with
First Class.
First Class, and I'm really looking forward to the Wolverine film.
Yeah.
I think it's strange that like the first one's called X-Men Origins Wolverine, and the second one's just called The Wolverine.
Yeah.
Why not call it like X-Men Origins The Wolverine 2?
Yeah.
It's just a bit strange, really. And another thing I've got with X-Men at the moment is everything seems to like jumbled up, and none of it seems properly like organised.
Yeah,
so I think in the next couple of films they will.
Yeah, because like you got the first three, but then you got the Origins, and then First Class, and then you're gonna have the Wolverine. So everything's sort of set out in a weird layout.
Yeah, but what I think is that with the Origins thing, they want to do X-Men Origins Magneto and X-Men Origins like Professor X.
I don't think the Professor X one would have been that good.
No,
like,
but they intertwine though, don't they?
Yeah.
With the Magneto thing. So.
But I think the like X-Men Origins Magneto and Professor X was sorted out with First Class, really, wasn't it?
But I would have liked to have seen I know what was great about it because when I was watching the X-Men trilogy with X-Men, X-Men 2, and then The Last Stand, which wasn't as good, but it was still pretty badass. So with that film, I actually really want to know about Magneto because they say because all the mutants there, like the Brotherhood, are like with the tattoos and stuff, and then it shows the number on his like forearm, and it's like obviously what Jews had in World War II.
A needle will never pierce my skin again.
Yeah, and it's amazing how Ian McKellen can like transform into different roles because he's a bad guy in Magneto, and then he's like the
Gandalf.
Yeah, he's Gandalf. Well, Gandalf to me never really seems like a proper good guy.
No, because he's like a bit.
He's a bit messed up because he can go mental. Yeah. Like when he's just like you shall not pass.
I think there's like a scene where he goes like mental at the two what they called Merry and Pippin.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he goes like proper sick at him. He's like.
Isn't that when they mess up with the fireworks and things like that in the Fellowship of the Ring? Yeah, great film. Obviously.
Totally amazing film.
Moving back on to the characters like Hulk, Captain America, that kind of thing.
I think Hulk set up Mark Ruffalo signed a contract to do like 5 Hulk.
He's done loads, hasn't he? But it looks like there's going to be Avengers, obviously, or Avengers Assemble, whatever it is in different countries. It's confusing. Like I think now it is actually called Marvel's The Avengers Assemble or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Well, there's obviously that. The second Avengers, and then there's going to be a third Avengers.
Yeah, which I don't think will be amazing because I think like by then I see what they mean with Robert Downey Jr. because he's going to be like 60.
Yeah, he's going to get old. And, like what I'm thinking is you go for Iron Man 1 and 2. That was before the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
And then you go after that, you got Iron Man 3, and then if you're going to do 2 more films, you're going to do Iron Man 4 and 5.
Or you could kill Iron Man before. Or you could kill him.
He should have probably died in the Avengers. Really.
Yeah, or you could have killed him in Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Because if they'd have killed him in Avengers, they wouldn't have had to go through all the process of making number 3 and then have to include him in number 4 and 5.
Nah, you couldn't. It wouldn't have worked though. Because if you bring, no one would have liked it though. It wouldn't have got if people were just I mean, that Coulson guy dies. It's not really a spoiler because well, no, obviously people don't want to know that, but it's been out for a while now, so we can do a massive spoiler of this. And plus, we never actually did a review on this.
No, we did a trailer review on the old channel on James and McKay.
Yeah, we did a preview kind of thing on it.
It was the world's gayest review you've ever seen.
Just leave me alone. We did that, but when it was kind of in the middle of when we were doing our James and McKay reviews and No Idea, so
Yeah.
it kind of just got muddled up and we never really did one. And
No.
we have been saying that we should probably do an Avengers one, but now it's been a bit outdated, so...
Yeah, so this is kind of your review or what we think on it anyway,
Yeah.
but it's just a more in-depth kind of shizzle.
What really, really annoyed me... Okay, right. From the trailer, you see Hulk smashing down and saving Iron Man.
Yeah.
And, like, grappling onto the building, right?
Yeah.
If you hadn't shown that in the trailer, it would have been so much more badass. Like,
I wouldn't say badass, I'd say more emotional, because if you'd have seen Iron Man falling through the sky, like, oh god, no, please don't kill him.
Yeah, and that was the kind of thing, like, they had made chemistry, hadn't they, Iron Man and Hulk? They became, like, friends, like, Bruce Banner and Thingy-Majiggy, Tony Stark.
Yeah.
They become, like, friends, like, through, like...
Science.
Yeah, science, and then... when it's kind of showing that he can control the Hulk now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool, but
I think
showing that in the trailer just made it feel a bit like, you know what's happening.
Yeah, because when you found out about Hulk, I think it's Black Widow that asks him, like, how to, like, take control or something.
And just like, I'm always angry and things like that.
And he just forms straight into the Hulk.
So why isn't he always green then?
Yeah. But the other thing is that, like, with the other two films, like Hulk and the Incredible Hulk, he, like, lost control. Like, if someone, like, flicked him, he'd be like...
Yeah. You can kind of see why. If someone just gets a little angry at something and just wants to hit someone, and they just go green.
Yeah, but it'd be
like,
quite...
Geez Louise.
It'd be quite funny if he didn't actually, like, fully Hulk, but, like, one fist went green and he was like, yeah!
Well, Jesus. Talking about Black Widow and... Well, yeah, Black Widow and then there's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
What annoyed me... I know I'm going to say a lot of things annoyed me, but I enjoyed this film a lot. I thought it was a great film, and it could be on the top 10, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it is, like, it's going, like, in the top 5, or maybe, like, number 5, because there was a lot of films that I really didn't think would do amazing, but I've really liked.
With this year, is there a lot of different films. Like, you've got Paranorman, which we really enjoyed, and that was, like, strange how much I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, because I thought it was just going to be like your average sort of kids film.
But then there's things like Savages, where I was just like, and Magic Mike, where I like this film because it's a bit more original. And that's why I thought I'd like Cosmopolis as well. I thought Cosmopolis was going to be intense.
An idea that that's never been done before, like kind of that thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So you've got like pot growers and like strippers and things. It's just a bit different, really.
Yeah.
And that's why I like that, but you can't always like a film just on originality.
No, but I think this year's got quite a few releases of superheroes.
Yeah, well, but what annoyed me about Hawkeye and Black Widow, going back to that, was that why the hell does, they don't introduce any new characters apart from that S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, who I hated throughout that film.
What, the woman?
Yeah, the woman.
Yeah, she didn't really play a massive part. She was in the opening.
Because you already knew who Hawkeye was from Thor. You already knew who Black Widow was from Iron Man.
Yeah, I think, like, the Thor film gave us just an opening, like, if, like, massive, like, Marvel nerds were like, oh my god, that's who I think it is. But some people might have thought, like, oh, it's just some assassin ready to kill Thor.
Yes, but obviously, I'm saying this now, but the film did really well, so I don't think if you did add a new character, how would it have changed the film?
As into the Avengers?
Yeah.
Alright, I can't really say,
it's
because
hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you think about it, if you add a new character, you've got to, like, rethink the whole film. Well, not entirely, but, like, the whole Avengers, layout would be different. If just
someone, like, turned up at the end, like Spider-Man or something.
I think that would have killed it.
You
really?
Reckon?
Yeah, because if, like, they said, like...
Or if you just saw Oscorp Tower or something.
Yeah.
If you just saw that and only proper movie nerds were like analysing it. Apparently it was in there at some point, but I didn't see it.
No. It would have been quite cool, not amazingly cool, but after all the destruction and things like that and everyone's gone, it would have been quite cool, like, just to see, like, the smashed up city and then, like, within, like, one piece of rubble, Ant-Man just crawls out, like, did I miss anything?
Yeah, but he's just like a tiny ant.
Yeah. And then someone stands on him.
Yeah, he does. No, it would have been cool if they introduced someone who you didn't know, though.
Yeah, someone who you weren't really expecting.
But I suppose it was that Thanos thing at the end, but that was more of a bad guy. But I think if someone like Miss Marvel or someone turned up, which is apparently going to be in the next...
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, someone like that, it would have been awesome.
It would have been quite good. Yeah, someone, like, really out of the blue.
Yeah, someone who's, like, got nothing to do with it, just like,
well, who the hell are they?
Yeah, and then Like, obviously, like, movie nerds might not know, but the comic book fans would be, like, creaming everywhere.
Yeah, it would have been quite, also, like, one more reference, it would have been pretty funny, like, if they wanted to do, like, a Fantastic Four reboot, they all just come and they're like, oh, we wanted to save the world.
Yeah, that's what kind of, it's strange. It doesn't annoy me, but, like, it's strange how the Marvel Universe is half connected due to different, like, copyright and franchise type things with, like, 20th Century Fox, and then there's, like, Paramount and things like that.
Yeah.
And they own different rights to everything, so none of it properly links in, like, very well.
Yeah, so, like, you could say, like, Hawkeye could end up in, like, a Blade film, because they're sort of, like, assassin kind of people.
I don't think Blade and... Actually, I don't know, actually. I don't know how much they would connect, but...
So, as we were saying, sorry for that little dilemma.
Yeah, just like a little blip. But yeah, I don't think things like Blade do intertwine in the comics or anything, but it'd be cool if it did.
Yeah. Or you could do like
you
could do like a Trinity film with like Blade, Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Like the most badass human trio ever.
Yeah, well, Blade's a vampire, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, right. But he kills vampires.
Yeah, he's like a vampire hunter.
Weird kid.
Like Abraham Lincoln. Well, but he's not a vampire. So yeah, what I was saying is that it doesn't annoy me as such, but I just think things like Daredevil just shouldn't be touched as a film. It doesn't need to happen. But don't you think like the Daredevil with Ben Affleck was? I mean, it was like parts of it were quite cool.
Yeah,
but it wasn't a good film.
No, like some like fight sequences and things like that. Yeah, but I think.
There's that bit where he's fighting with Jennifer Garner, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then they're in that school, and then they're going over a seesaw and stuff, and they're like,
it's like,
it's just
what
like
the
he's
hell?
blind, and you're fighting a blind guy.
Yeah.
What kind of a person would do that?
Who just goes around punching blind kids?
Yeah, in front of the whole school.
Yeah.
It's just like that just wouldn't happen.
Great example to set, retards.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go into a quick break.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been talking for a bit, and now we need a drink to
replenish the mind.
Yeah. We need a bit of a. And because we've got malnutrition over here in Africa.
Do you want to watch non-stop movies all the time, unlimited, for free? Well, go to www.movie2k.com, where they've got cinema movies, DVD movies, and all the free movies that you could really want. Yeah, it's pirated, but who cares?
Okay, if you enjoyed those adverts on how to get free movies, then...
And just where we are at No Idea Reviews, just, yeah, you'll just... Whoa, music. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, pretty much, we are going to talk more about the Avengers, because we've been focusing a bit more on other Marvel films, such as, like, Iron Man, Hulk. I know they are in the Avengers and there's X-Men, but, like, we need to talk a bit more about the Avengers as a whole.
Yeah, like, the whole storyline,
I think the storyline shit.
Yeah, like...
I don't like the story at all.
No, because it was just... If you knew each individual storyline, then that's the film sorted. You just clashed them together.
Yeah, because we went to see it with two people who hadn't seen the other, the rest of the films that go with this. So like I think they've seen the Iron Man films. Well, not like
no. I think one of them hadn't seen any of them.
No, but like most people haven't seen things like Thor and Captain America unless they're proper comic book or movie fans.
Yeah.
So, like, that is a kind of a downfall, because if you're making this massive movie like the Avengers, you gotta get some good films in there before it so people know what's going on.
Yeah, but like with Thor, if like many people haven't seen that, that's like nearly the basis.
Yeah.
Like nearly everything evolves around either Loki or Thor.
Because if you haven't you can't get to grips with who Captain America is, you just say like, but if you really want an insight, you need to know, okay, he was around in World War II, but then obviously he got messed up and shit, and he went and he got frozen. So
but another like thing on Captain America, like if you haven't seen Captain America but then went to see the Avengers, you're like, hey, isn't that Johnny Storm?
Yeah, obviously like Fantastic Four kind of guy. So
that could like
but
throw
you have to
people.
say the transformation from Johnny Storm to Captain America is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
but he doesn't look anything like him.
No, but he is a tank.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, he's gotten pretty huge. That was what was a bit strange in the Captain America. I mean, like instead of just having like him as a bit weedy, you've got him like on this like 7-year-old's body.
Yeah, which is like, and his head's massive.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, it's just Connor. So yeah, Obviously more on the Avengers. I think we'll just give you a quick summary of that, okay? The story is, they all come together because this Loki has come to Earth and he has threatened mankind with these deadly robots and aliens and stuff.
Unlimited source of power.
Yes.
The Tesseract.
The Tesseract. And obviously stuff has been stolen from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
The Tesseract.
The Tesseract.
So, yeah, they want to get it back, and that is your story, really. And then
Yeah.
everything unfolds, like... Did you not think it had a bit of a Dark Knight Rises feel to it, with the whole... Like, when that missile was going out, and when Iron Man, like, grabbed hold of it and went into the sky, and then Batman took the bomb and went out to sea.
Yeah, that sort of gave it a Dark Knight Rises feel, but the other reason...
The Dark Knight Rises gave it an Avengers kind of feel, if you get me, like, the main character that you thought was dead.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
kind of
but, with the weapons and missiles and kind of that stuff, I really don't think they should have involved, like, when you found out that Nick Fury was planning to make, like, Tesseract weapons. I was just like, did you really need to include that? It's a film about superheroes, not, like, global war.
Yeah, I think, it didn't need to come up, but... It does hold the story together a little bit more. It's just like, one needs to have a couple of, like, arguments in it somewhere along the lines. And I think the whole thing with Loki, what's his name? Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston, yeah.
He was great. He was great in Thor as well. But Thor was it seemed like a low budget film.
No, Thor was, like, really British.
Yeah.
Not a British film, but everyone spoke so posh.
But the thing was, it had, like, a pretty massively awesome cast. But then it had, like, what's it like? That Hopkins guy's in it, isn't it?
Anthony Hopkins, yeah.
And then they got that...
He is a majorly awesome actor.
Yeah, and then there's that old guy who, I forgot his name, the scientist.
Yes, who's in, like, Pirates of the Caribbean and that guy.
And obviously then there's the Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth, but they kind of just burst onto the scene pretty recently.
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth.
And his brother, actually, Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah, Liam, who's done the Expendables 2.
He was like the main reason I actually quite liked the Expendables 2.
Yeah.
He actually had quite a lot to do with the story that I wasn't expecting, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can also check that out on No Idea Reviews.
Yeah, we're doing a review of that one, and yeah.
I think I want to move on to, like, where Ant-Man comes in with the Avengers.
Well, Ant-Man's going to be directed, and I think it's written by Edgar Wright. Well, obviously it's not written; it's like screenplayed.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's already around. So
yeah.
That I'm looking forward to it just because of Edgar Wright did Scott Pilgrim. That was a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Type thing. So I'm looking forward to it because I hope it's funny. Like, if it's not funny, then I'll just be like. I don't know what it's got going for it because I've known nothing about Ant-Man.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, Avengers was supposed to be, I know it wasn't, like, laugh out loud, but people said it was a pretty funny superhero
I thought it was
movie.
pretty funny, yeah.
So if they, like, take that sort of
more
comedy...
witty than funny, I wouldn't say it's like you're out of your seat, like...
Yeah, but the thing that'll suck, if they like try and make Ant-Man a more comedy movie instead of a Marvel movie, then it could end up being like a 15 and then, like, kid Marvel fans will be, like, crying, like, I want to see Ant-Man!
Yeah, but then it might be a bit like how, because Dredd, we weren't expecting that to be an 18.
Oh, no, that was well gay.
But then actually, might be confusing, rated R. I don't know how it changes in America. It's like PG-13, but that can be 15s as well.
Yeah, but I think R's like supposed to be like restricted, so like I think it's like under 17s aren't allowed to watch it, so like, literally 18.
So no, because it goes like rated R because films like people will know that Die Hard, like Die Hard 4.0 or Die Hard Again or whatever it's called in America, and Die Hard with a Vengeance, they were PG-13 films there.
Really?
They're 15 here, so I don't know what the difference is.
Well, it's like UK systems are different and things like that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, back onto Ant-Man. Like, I can't wait for it because I just love superhero films, really.
Yeah. Apart from Green Lantern.
Yeah. Apart from like Jonah Hex, Green Lantern, and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, all DC films.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I didn't think it was the greatest ever made film.
Superman 3, 4, and Returns.
Every Superman film.
Batman Returns a little bit. Batman Forever. Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Batman Begins.
Are you messing about? Are you messing about? That is the greatest film ever! So yeah, actually talking a bit more about DC, I'd say that because we didn't mention it right at the start, and I'm guessing that no one's going to be listening to this bit of the thing anyway.
But we don't care. Anyway, DC are like moving on up in the world.
No, they think they are. No, they're not. They made the Green Lantern film just to be like Marvel.
Oh, what? Just to give Ryan Reynolds a character?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is like.
It's a traitor. He's a traitor.
Well, yeah, because he was in Blade Trinity, and then he was in he was Deadpool, wasn't he, in X-Men?
The gayest Deadpool ever.
That's not Deadpool. That's Dave.
Yeah.
Wow, he looks a lot like Dave, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, and but then Green Lantern, and Green Lantern was just a stupid film. He looked like it. He looked like he should have been Green Lantern.
Yeah, but like they should have just made the film better. Like, firstly, the costume's gay.
Yeah, the CG costume. Yeah, it looked pretty cool for about a trailer.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, but why is there all these lines on lines?
Oh, no!
All these like random like stuff on his chest, like all his glowing lights. It's just like, that's not Green Lantern. Just give him a normal suit.
It's just like, I am fluorescent boy.
Fluorescent. That's disgraceful.
But I think like
they can't make a Justice League. It's never happening. Actually, what I was saying before.
Well, Man of Steel, if that works pretty well, that could.
No, right.
Dark Knight Rises.
Do you know what the problem is? Do you know what the problem is? Right.
What?
They made the Marvel films like the Avengers, like not dark films, and they work really well.
Yeah.
But if you make the Man of Steel dark, and then Batman's a dark character anyway.
Yeah, because
So-
Superman's not really like your most mysterious goth kind of guy. Superman's like out there, like, yeah, save the world.
Yeah, but this guy looks pretty dark. So you got two dark characters with the Flash, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. I think would be quite a dark character.
Oh God, please don't say they're gonna make an Aquaman movie.
I don't think they would. I don't think it would be in the or what do you call it?
Line up.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be in the Justice League because he's rubbish.
The poster's just there, like everyone, and then
Aquaman's just stood at the side crying.
Aquaman's just there, scribble out with biro. Get rid of him! But I think Christopher Nolan.
It can't work.
No, Christopher Nolan ruled himself out of doing the Justice League thing, didn't he?
Yeah, but he did say like he'd be producing the Batman films, the later Batman films. Which I don't know how that'll work. But what I was telling you before, which I think would be awesome, right, is if you get Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he's been called Robin in The Dark Knight Rises, and we'll talk a bit more about The Dark Knight Rises in a separate podcast.
We're going to do a Batman podcast.
Yeah, we'll do like an hour smasher on Batman, but we will do one with Dark Knight Rises as well. Just pretty much giving you the info, just sending it out there for you.
Alright, cool.
And what my thoughts were is if he becomes Batman, and then you have a character you like, so that he can be Batman, and then they'll put him into it instead of having to make a whole new Batman film and a whole new Bruce Wayne and Batman who doesn't feel like Batman.
Yeah, because
you have no chemistry with this like guy who's going to be Batman.
No, because at the end of The Dark Knight Rises, I don't want to spoil it, but
no, I don't give a shit. We're going to spoil it.
Yeah, but like Joseph Gordon-Levitt as you think Robin swings into the Batcave to find
right, okay, it can't be Robin because that's like me having a superhero called James.
Yeah.
You can't have your own name as a superhero name.
Doesn't really fit into that.
Yeah.
Well, his real name's Dick Grayson, isn't it?
Who?
Robin's real name is supposed to be Dick Grayson.
There's about 7 Robins.
Yeah, so if his name is now Robin, but his name's Dick Grayson.
No, his name's not Dick Grayson at all.
It's now Robin.
No, it's not. It's not Dick Grayson at all. It's that police officer called Blake or whatever it is.
Blake? No. In The Dark Knight Rises, I meant like just Robin in general, not like...
Robin in general. There's about 5 different Robins ever.
Yeah.
So you can't really say Robin in general, but
right,
I have no problem anymore with the whole... Yeah, he's not Dick Grayson. Yeah. Robin wasn't a car.
Yeah, but if Robin...
No, let me talk, Luke.
Sorry, James, I just cut myself.
Because like massive fanboys were like, that guy's not Robin, and it's just like, it doesn't matter. Christopher Nolan made this film pretty epic. So.
Yeah, so you can like change him into whoever you want. It's like mold.
The film did have flaws, but you don't. It's like with the Back to the Future films, they have flaws.
Yeah.
But they're awesome, so it doesn't matter. It kind of rules them out.
Yeah, like what was I gonna say? Something about Joseph Gordon-Levitt or
Abraham Lincoln, he's in that.
oh yeah, but he's been in like he's been in loads of films this year.
It's like 4 or something. If Lincoln comes out this year, I'm not sure. I think it might come out in like February or something, so I'm not really sure. But he was in Premium Rush, The Dark Knight Rises, and then obviously Looper.
Yeah.
And Premium Rush was average.
I thought it involved a lot of great stuff. Like
it was that's what I'm saying. Like it was like I was saying, the Magic Mike and Savages were really quite original, but it didn't quite pull it off for me.
No, I thought it was an original idea, but like it just didn't make it.
It was like car chases on bikes.
Yeah, sort of. It's like something that no one had done.
Like there's a reason why nobody had done it before.
Because it wasn't really going to be like the one that made it.
So yeah, is that going to wrap it up?
I think pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, well, we will send you out with a bit of music.
Yeah, so we're just going to leave you with that. Anyway, but remember, please do subscribe to No Idea Podcast and No Idea Reviews.
Yeah, it's been James and McKay, NoIdeAPodcast Reviews. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you come back next time.
We love you, people!